Well, working with Farah and Galen Rupp, and having a coach like Alberto Salazar and our whole coaching staff has really helped me improve my closing speed, and I think I'll be able to continue to do so. I mean, in part because just training with these guys, you have to be able to just finish fast to them every workout as well. But besides the fact of just being challenged in workouts so heavily, is also Alberto Salazar really does a lot of things that help us focus on our sprinting. After every workout, we're doing 80-meter sprints and really focusing on being able to sort of switch into sprinting mechanics and just sort of changing your mindset into finishing fast, because over a long race it's really easy to get into a rhythm and be focusing on being relaxed and sort of continuing along at a certain pace you're in, but you need to be able to switch very suddenly and be going a very, very different speed. And in part, I think it's sometimes easier in distance races because, the farther it goes, because you're not really touching that system at all. You don't really have to sprint too much in sort of these longer distance races, but it's sometimes hard to really shift yourself out of the pace that you're going, so we really work on that. I think some things that have changed for me besides running since becoming a professional athlete is really embracing the idea that this is now a job, and everything you do throughout the day is really based around becoming a better athlete. And it can be as simple as things like, now I have to nap in the middle of the day in order to make sure I'm more rested to get higher quality out of my runs. And I know that can't always apply for everybody, because not everybody can just take a nap in the middle of their days. Well, they have to work like a normal person should. But there's also things like my nutrition is really cleaned up, and I've worked with nutritionists pretty heavily, and I've on top of losing weight, I feel stronger and more healthy, and that's probably been the most major change for me. But outside of running, well, as a collegiate, I was really known for the large amount of mileage that I ran, and before I even won my NCAA titles, that was really what athletes knew me for, and a lot of people sort of, I think maybe people thought like, oh, it was really sort of a, I know this is used a lot, but kind of like a blue collar, going out there and training as much as you possibly can, and and I really bought into that myself. But obviously it paid off. In 1 year I'd become an Olympian NCAA champion, where before that I was rarely talked about, sort of at any scene, and that's really changed since joining Alberto's group, the Oregon Project. And I really feel like it was a necessary one, just because as much as I really bought into training like that, and I at one point beyond college had ran as much as 190 miles in a week, and so it was really an excessive amount of mileage, and an amount that really started taking its toll on me and my body. And part of the issue on top of the mileage was just the intensity and the amount of volume of work besides that was just too much as well. I was just beating down my body too much, and obviously over a short term it's something that works, but over the long term I don't really feel like it was the right thing for me to do. And I think Alberto, my coach, saw that, and so he's completely changed me as an athlete, and I think I still retain some of the strength from the mileage that I've done, but he basically changed everything that I did. And I run probably on average maybe 110 to 120 miles a week through the season. So to me it seems like oh man, I'm doing a lot less, but in reality I know it's still a lot of running, and it's still you know, a good amount. And but I mean, now my day is taken up with a lot of like strength training, and the workouts, just it's like the amount of mileage I've done has been replaced in volume of work now in other ways. And I think the transition was sort of tough. It was difficult for me to really start handling the intensity of workouts that I had never done before, but I think I'm really coming into my own now. And I mean, based off the results that I've done this season, I think I'm just going to continue to improve, and I hope I have a long career beyond just being a professional runner. I hope now I can continue to run my whole life, and something I love to do.